Good morning, guys. So this is the third video about number properties. So today we're going to be talking about the distributive property. So let's go ahead and jump in. Taking a look at my ridiculously long line of number blocks here, if I asked you to quickly add them all up, you might be baffled. But I bet you could think of an easier way to add them up. Instead of having a long line like this, what if we group them together like this? Now it's a whole lot easier to see that we have three different groups. Our first group, we have 2 blue and 3 red. Our second group, we have 2 blue and 3 red. And our third group, we also have 2 blue and 3 red. Okay, now it's much easier to say that we have 2 blue, 3 red, and we have 3 times that amount. Or in other words, of our 3 red, we have 9 altogether. And of our 2 blue, we have 6 altogether. This is a great example of how the distributive property works. It says that you can easily repeat an expression using multiplication. Okay, and in this case, we're multiplying our expression times 3. Okay, we're repeating it 3 times. Let me go ahead and write what this would look like using our numerals. Okay, the original one would have been something crazy, and it would have looked like this. It would have been 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3. Oh my gosh! I know you could all figure that out, but there's got to be a better way to group it. Okay, now using our distributive property, instead of writing that whole thing out, we could have just noticed that we were repeating this first pattern, which was 2 blue plus 3 red. Let's just go ahead and write that. Let me get these other guys out of the way. We have this pattern, 2 blue plus 3 red. See how I've grouped those together using parentheses. And we were doing that pattern 3 times. Okay. We can write a 3 beside the pattern that we are repeating. Okay, and in this case, we're repeating this 3 times. All right. Now, in the distributive property, some people like to think of it this way. They like to think that our 3 that we're multiplying times our 2, and our 3 that we're also multiplying times our 3, that we're giving it out. We're distributing it to each of our terms on the inside. And if that helps you out, some people like to think of it as giving a present out to all of our numbers here. All right. Now, let's say that instead of a 3 here, we had an unknown amount. What would we do? Well, it doesn't matter. We're still distributing our 3. In other words, we are still talking about 3 of these values. We're still talking about 3 groups of 2 and 3 groups of our unknown value. So if I were to write out each one of those, it would be 2 plus x and 2 plus x. In other words, we have 3 groups of those. Now, if we had 1x, 2x, and 3x, we could simply just rewrite this as 3x. Okay, we could rewrite that as 3x. Here we have 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2. Altogether, that's 6. Our simplest term for our algebraic expression is now 6 plus 3x. That's how you use the distributive property. You just simply take the terms that you have inside your parentheses, you notice how many times you're going to repeat them, and then you distribute that. You count them up, and you get your simplified expression. Okay? All right, hope that helped.